What's up, Andrew?
What's up? I'm here.
How are you?
I am fabulous.
Man, you got like a glow going on. What is that, man? What like
This is
like Jesus or Jesus Junior? Like what is that? Man, you got like a glow going on, man. What is
The deal finding light, man. It's just the
that?
light.
Ain't like you're in line.
That
Light of real estate. I've seen the light. I am here, and I'm going to share it with everybody else.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Really, what it is, it's actually just really poor lighting above me. The fluorescent lights were not supposed to be on like they are, but I can't turn them off. So we're just having issues with lighting. So
Man, it's cool to me. Like it's glow.
It's the deal finder. Like
Almost like people to walk on water. Like
and once you see the light, you get in this business.
bound to lie.
I don't like it. Antonio likes this slogan, shine light, and it's just not growing on me. It's not. It's not. What's up, Joy? What's up, Courtney? Hey, Rodriguez. Hey, you guys. Hey, Desmond.
Hey, y'all, I shared this to our Deal Finders YouTube page. StreamYard let me hit the button, so it's there on YouTube as well.
Let's go. What's up, Deal Finders?
Deal finders are in the building. What's a deal finder, Andrew? And I know I'm going on script, but hey,
No.
You better let her run this show before you get in trouble.
she already got the attitude.
We know it.
Wait, no, but tell us for real, Andrew. Tell us, what does deal finder mean? Like, who are deal finders?
So Deal Finders, it is a state of mind. It's where we have decided that we're going to be in the real estate business and we're going to go find deals. And obviously those could be big, small, it could be pieces of paper, notes, or 100-unit apartment complexes. That isn't what we're talking about. Deal Finders it's a state of mind. It's a way of being that says my eyes are open, my ears are open, and my mouth is going to be open, and I'm going to talk about what I am looking for so that I can hear it from other people and see it when I come across it. So it is literally the state of saying, this is what I'm doing. I'm looking for deals, and I'm going to find them in my community right now, today, if I look hard enough. So there's a lot more to that, and I can't wait to share. That's what we'll share with you guys in Alabama soon.
Listen, I don't know that like gave me the chills. I didn't know that deal finders meant all of that. I love that. That was absolutely amazing.
You be on a rock or something?
Well, I've never heard Andrew explain. I mean,
He did a very good job.
Really good
He did a really good job.
That one rolled off the tongue, so that was good. Right. But it's probably where you two live right now every day anyway. And that's why I gave you chills.
Absolutely. Andrew, tell me, who is Andrew Lucas? Who is Andrew Lucas?
Oh, man. How far you want to go back? Let's, Andrew's a weird character, but in today's world, weird is good, right? So that's fine. Here in Columbia, South Carolina, was born here. I thought I would get really far away when I was in high school. I was like, I'm leaving this blowing this popsicle stand. I'm going west. And I literally made it an hour east. And that's as far as I've ever lived. And so I've been here my whole life. And the entrepreneurial bug, I'll kind of skip all the young life stuff and get to the fact that as a middle child, maybe there's something to that. I just had the entrepreneurial bug early on, as far as like, and I've heard a lot of people selling candy in elementary school, right? Out of my book bag. Started doing that, renting out my little Game Boy. I didn't really care to play it. I had one, so I rented those things out on field trips and stuff. And that's just where I was going. I went to college here in Columbia. Thought I would be like an accountant, or it took economics, which I still use it a lot today. But I was like, the thought of sitting at the desk being an accountant or a CPA or something, I vividly remember saying, this is not going to be fun. So I went to hospitality school, worked in hotels, restaurants, graduated and started managing hotels and building hotels. So I got into kind of the nuts and bolts of building big buildings, and that whole time, the entire time through high school and college, me and some of my friends, we were like trying to figure out what is that gig that's going to get us to, work on by ourselves and have our own business. So, man, went through owning vending machine routes, car wash, landscape companies, all these things that you could start with nothing, right? Very little money out of pocket. Ice machines, y'all seen those big ice machines?
That was a good one, Andrew.
I know that's not so bad actually, but went through all of these things trying to figure out how we're going to do this. And I remember paying rent to my landlord back then in college the last few years, and we were paying him like $750, which I was like, this dude's getting rich, $750 a month. He's just loaded. He doesn't have to go to work. Now I know he was not making any money on that. I don't know how he clearly wasn't even paying taxes with that money, I don't think. But I thought that was the way to go. And so I graduated college. 2 months later, I bought a house. This was 2007. So, different times. I went in and I didn't know what I was doing. There's no podcast. You guys weren't here helping people. I just went. I knew somebody from the hotel I was managing. They knew somebody in the mortgage business. So I just went over there, sat at his desk. He was like, I don't think I can buy a house. I have a roommate. He wants to help me. We'll do it together. And the guy was like, no, you qualify. You can get it all by yourself. And by the way, we've got this first-time home buyer, and we're going to give you a free $5,000. And I was like, okay. And it made all the mistakes in the book. We could come back to this, but basically overpaid, didn't get any help from the agent because it was the other guy's agent. It was the seller's agent. Paid too much, didn't do enough inspections. All the things were wrong. But I was able to sign and walk away with about $350 from closing because of that home buyer credit. So again, got into my very first house with no money down and had a roommate that was helping me with it. And that was kind of like, that's just where it started. And then I got 4 houses.
Let's go.
All right. In the real estate world, what do you do now, Andrew?
In the real estate world, so I'll give you the big picture, is we, again, started that in 2007. My wife and I, in 2015-ish, we had 2 kids and 1 on the way, and we had 4 rental houses. And it was awful because literally we were doing the changes. So Michelle and I were painting a house with oil-based paint, and she was 8 months pregnant, like about to pop. And we decided that, no, we can't do this anymore. Like us being this little landlord, doing it all ourselves, not making any money. It wasn't a business. It was just kind of by accident. We said we can't do that anymore. Either it's going to be a business and we're going to go all in, or we're going to sell these things and just, focus, be 9 to 5 people and just work, right? Thankfully, Michelle, little bug run. And so we decided, and we read a couple books, hired a couple coaches, and went from 4 units to 34 in 2 years. And at that point, Michelle was able to quit her job. I was able to quit my job and start wholesaling. So 2018, we started wholesaling, and that's a whole new world today. But since then, now we have a real estate team, like a brokerage team, where we buy and sell retail transactions, all that. We have a flipping company business. That's really Michelle runs that. We still have what started as wholesaling, but now it's really just our marketing arm. It's the home buying business. And so that's run up by our team. And then, of course, we have Deal Finders. So Deal Finders is where we connect our local community. We teach people how to do this business, and then we help build other businesses as well. So I think that's all of it. Oh, wait, I forgot.
Yeah, absolutely.
I forgot the last one. We just started our property management company because we've got over 100 units for ourselves, but we had that all split between different management companies. And then 2 of those companies are kind of getting out of the business. So we just consolidated, and now we are property managers.
Let's go.
Sweet. That's amazing to go from 4 properties, 30 plus doors. That's amazing.
Andrew, let me ask you this question. Were your parents entrepreneurs?
Absolutely not. Oh my goodness. Can I tell you how opposite? It is funny. We joke about this at dinner time. Like, my mom just retired COVID year, whatever, from like 35 years at the same company. My dad works at that company still today, and he's like on 35 himself. Like, they are just the opposite. They went in, the old school of, this is my company, they're going to take care of me, which they did for a while, but they don't anymore. It's, today's world, those companies don't take care of their employees anymore.
Right.
But my parents are like, well, we're here now, might as well just stick it out. So, yeah, totally not.
So 2 parents, old school in my book, 9 to 5.
Good education.
Good
benefit. Yeah.
Don't let me talk to you.
That would be like hearing it. Go. So,
I got the same mind.
When you go in there, you tell them, hey, me and my wife already got kids. We're going to do real estate full time. What was that conversation like?
Oh, that's a great question. My mom has always been that optimistic outlook on life. And she would be the one that would have, I think, gone out and done something. But her father was a lieutenant colonel in the Army. He was a math or English teacher, and very much like, do this by the book, do it the way, everyone's always done it. And so that's why she went, and she has a math degree from Clemson, right? Like, she didn't want to do that. He made her do that. So she was really doing it the way, like, we've all been taught to do it. So she kind of has that, endless optimism. She was like, go for it, right? I think my dad's just like, whatever, if that's what you want to do, don't come back. Like, I don't want to have to support you. That was really what it was.
Yeah.
But remember, we were 34 doors in, right? And a couple of my entrepreneur buddies, one of them said he owns a sign shop, and I remember him saying, dude, this is the best thing you could ever done. You're not like most people that quit their 9 to 5 and then they go start a business. They start from zero. He's like, you're not jumping off the dock into the deep end. You're walking off the dock into a boat that's floating, and you're going to try to take it on, like take it and go bigger. So we had a boat there for our income. Yes, there's risk, right? We were doing our own thing, but that boat can go a lot farther than the dock could, right? So that 9 to 5 was only going to get us so far. And we're going to walk out on this boat, and we're going to try to put the pedal to the metal. And we had that little safety net. So I don't think it was a lot of fear from them because of that. And my wife and I, we have good jobs. We work with local companies here. Like, we definitely left on good terms, right?
That's important.
Don't get me wrong. We were making sure they knew that if this didn't work, we would have straight back.
Man, that's key. You say that job thing. I meet a lot of people because we do events and things, and they have that itch of, I'm just gonna quit.
I hate my job.
I hate my job.
My job.
Quit it, and I'm gonna start real estate. We're like, no,
Yeah,
don't do that. Like, let that job fuel your real estate, and once it gets to a place where you can stand on it, then you can go do it. But you got to keep that job or not. It ain't just that easy.
Yeah, I'll tell you this one thing that might help their mindset a little bit. The reason I feel like most people don't like their job, right, is they don't feel like they're getting what they're worth. And as a manager, I used to have this conversation all the time where team members would come in and say, you know what, I think I'm worth $50,000 salary, you know, and they're on a 30 or 40, whatever. And I would have to tell them and just be completely honest, you're worth way more than $50,000 a year, right? Your worth is way beyond what we can pay you. Like, this is all that this company can do for you. And there's a lot of people in that situation, like that they're worth more, but that company can't, that just physically can't pay more. They don't want to, right? Whatever it is. So they really want to get their value from that job. Well, what if the value could be earned not from just that salary coming in the bank, but what if there are other benefits? So I always say, if you have a 9-to-5 job and you want to get into real estate, the biggest benefit that job's going to give you is a W-2 and a stable income that the bank could look at and you could go borrow money from.
Absolutely.
So look at it that way. Hey, I might get $50,000 a year, but because I have this W-2, because I have a stable job, if I can go to the bank, I can get $150,000 to buy a house. Now that job feels a little bit better.
What's your thoughts on debt, Andrew? Like, did you go right into getting debt? Is it something that you build up to? Or
are you totally against it?
Yes. There's two ways to put this. I don't want any debt. One of our mutual mentors, Tom, likes to always say, it makes you, it beholds you to the wrong thing, right? So when you have the debt, you are now working for that other person because you got to pay them back, right? Mm-hmm. So it puts your focus on the wrong thing. Versus if you have no debt, then your decisions are based on what you actually want to do. When you have debt, you got to pay people off. Your decisions are then based on that, right? That's your motivation. So totally would love to live without debt. However, I'm in real estate, and we did not buy 35 units with cash. We didn't buy the first 4 with cash. We started with 0. I mean, literally started with a loan from Michelle's 401k, right? Well, after that first house, the first house actually was 0. Started literally with 0, negative, right? But that debt allows us to build a business. And if that debt can produce more than what it's costing us, then that business can survive and then pay us, right? So that's the way you have to look at it. And it is a big mindset shift and issue for people. I know that. And at this point in our business, in our life, Michelle and I and our family, we are looking to find ways to reduce the debt as a overall percentage on the business. So pre-COVID, I think we were probably like 70% LTV. Like we were buying all these things and heavily leveraging and doing the BRRRR process. We got all the equity back out. And then COVID hit, and I was like, that's a little scary, right? So we are actively trying to get that down. I think we're down at like 52, 53%. Of course, appreciation has helped a lot. Yeah. Values have gone up, but we're getting the debt down. We'd like it to be around like 40. So 40% debt, meaning we have 60% equity in the portfolio. So just to kind of flip the tide there, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah. I think that's important. You get in how you get in, but as you're getting in, you start adjusting and just making better decisions, better choices, so that eventually you want to be able to pass it down with as little debt as possible as you're setting up your generations. How many kids do you guys have now, Andrew?
We have 3.
3. I don't know why I felt like you guys were tapping that 5.
Nobody wants 5 kids like you.
Nobody wants that many. 3's enough. 3 is enough for us.
3 is probably the perfect number, in my opinion. 3 is the perfect number. Go. What's the? I mean, just
hey,
I have 5.
Okay.
Perfect number.
All right. Michelle.
Yeah.
Is she more riskier than you, or who's the needle driver when it comes to risk between you two?
She is absolutely not risky, and which is good, because we probably would have risked everything at this point if we were both the same. we probably wouldn't have a house or car or nothing. So back when we first started, this is how it all started. And this is a conversation that you're really great about, having, couples work in the business. We talk to people all the time. It's that communication. You have to talk together with husband and wife, no matter if they're both in the business or not. Because when we first started, I was doing all this on the side. Of course, we both had our W-2, but Michelle looked at me, and I remember it. I can see her face. She said, "I don't care what you do with this business, this real estate stuff." She said, "but don't touch my checking account. Don't touch our income." Meaning, this business needs to be self-funded, and you need to keep it over.
Keep that little boy business over there somewhere.
Right. And that was, when we were both working, raising kids, getting things started, paying debt and retirement, like that business of the household checking income, all that was going. And she's like, you don't touch this, then go do what you want to do, which was great in the beginning, because it forced me to be creative with, the BRRRR, right? Refinancing things, keeping the money in the business going. It did turn into a little bit of I would say hiccup, but it was like a big question mark, which we hired a coach to help us with, was when we were going to transition out of the W-2. Then we realized, well, we now need to live off of this business income, right? We need it to pay us.
Right.
Whereas the first few years, it just never left, kind of that sphere of the business. So that was a learning curve, and that's something that I think all entrepreneurs will have to deal with, right? I need to make money. I need to survive. What does that look like? And in the last few years, we found profit first, which I know y'all have heard of that. So I always tell people, if I wish I'd had that back then, we would have started with that. But we are putting that into the businesses now. So
absolutely. All right, I want to travel back. What was your biggest fear on the first property? Like
the first investment or the first
investment?
Okay.
So the first one that I bought, I knew it was going to be an investment. I bought it around campus, in between campus and the football stadium, where college students were kind of living, and I bought it. I knew that I wasn't going to live there forever. Again, I was in hospitality, managing hotels. Like, I actually thought I was leaving town. Mm-hmm. Again, I went an hour east. That's as far as I went. But I bought the property in the path of progress. I knew it would be a rental like that. But back then, my thought was, because in hospitality, retirement accounts weren't really a thing. They weren't provided. So that was going to be my retirement account. So I thought that the tenants would pay it off, and in 30 years, I'd have a little bit of a retirement in this property. That's where we bought those first 4. That was the mindset back then, was retirement type purchase. So I had no fear, which is sometimes good, because I didn't know what to fear back then, right? Okay. Coming straight out of college,
you're fearless.
Just fearless flipping, right? So I had no idea what to fear, and that is sometimes a good thing, just to get people to take action. As in building a business, if I had 3 kids at that point and then did it, that would have been a terrible idea, right? Mm-hmm. I should have done a lot more research, but now I've done all the research through experience, and that's what we like to share with people. But that first one, even though I made all the mistakes, even though my roommate and it was a 3-bedroom when we bought it. We wanted more room to, play beer pong or ping pong. There's ping pong in the back, inside the house. Mm-hmm. So we tore down a wall between the kitchen and what was a bedroom and made a larger living dining room area.
Party house, come on.
Which is so stupid, right? But I didn't have any fear because, again, I had built hotels. So I had one of the guys who was on the team that built the hotel. I said, "Hey, come over, let's talk about this." And he helped me watch, showed me how to do it. We cut the wall, we reframed it, we did sheetrock. All it cost me was a couple of cheeseburgers and a 6-pack with that guy. Like, it was just learning by doing, right? And but it was definitely the wrong thing to do. So, but going through that taught me that you can make mistakes and you can still make a good investment and make a good decision. And as that property continued to pay for itself, and I had when I moved out, like about a year later, we did put the wall back. When I left, I put the wall back. And
Yeah,
the wall back.
But you did come here, but you did. You all wanted for a 3-bedroom versus
I know. It's so stupid. So, but then I started getting money for the house, right? So made all these dumb moves, then started getting paid for, the rent was coming in at 3 bedrooms instead of 2, and realized that, this was actually not a bad idea, right? So the house across the street came up. Take that back. It didn't come up. I went to that house because they had a plumbing issue, the house I owned, and I saw across the street that it was all grass was grown up. And I remembered when I lived there that it was an older dude, and I was like, he must have, passed or whatever. So I wrote a letter to the person that was on the tax record, and ended up buying the house across the street. Just, again, I didn't know what I was doing. There was no podcast to tell you what driving for dollars is, but that's what I did. I was driving for dollars, sent him a letter. He called me a few months later, like, you still want to buy it? I said, sure. And so we did.
Sweet.
Was that a better deal?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So the first one I paid $85,000. Across the street, a year, probably 2 years, 3 years later, I paid $25,000. They were not that much different.
Wow.
But that's what experience gets you. That's what education gets you. Where
No, I got something to say.
You may have thought you were getting an amazing deal at 85 because it was no money out of pocket.
Well, that's the thing. It was
was an amazing deal.
Yeah, it was. I overpaid, but whatever. I didn't put I didn't take any money out of my pocket.
I heard you mention this twice, and I want you to kind of expound on it a little bit. Do you have coaches, and what's your thoughts on mentors and coaches?
Yes. So through every stage of our business, we've had the need and the desire for coaches to help us move faster. Going back to 2015, 16, when we had these 4 rental houses that we found through real estate agents, word of mouth, the driving for dollars, right? So we had those 4, but again, we weren't making any money with it. It was like, these are going to be long-term. I might have cleared $50 a year, right? It was not a business. It was retirement.
Right.
One of the agents that helped us there gave me the book. I don't have it right here. It's called Hold. But gave me that book and said, hey, you know what? You should read this so that you can make money with these. I was like, what do you mean make money? Like, I didn't understand you can make money with rental houses today. You can't. And so read that book, and that's where Michelle and I decided, you know what, this is possible. We could do this. And we knew, again, this stage in life with 2 kids that went on the way, but we knew that we weren't going to be taking this slow, long, drawn-out process to learn everything on our own, to make all the connections on our own, call and figure everything out without help, because we had full-time jobs and kids, right? So that first coach that we engaged with was somebody in our local community we met through a Bigger Pockets meetup. And so hired him and said, hey, this is what we'd like to do. We would like to flip houses so we could buy rentals. And so he helped us flip houses. He helped us review them. He helped us find them off market, taught us what wholesaling was. I had no idea. He helped us get contractors and gave us all the pieces to that, right, to help us flip houses. And then we were like, getting all these rental houses. And about a year or so later, I said, you know what? We need to learn how to live off of this income, which we talked about earlier. And so I hired Kelly, another coach of ours, to help us live and build a rental portfolio that will provide income. Because at the beginning, I didn't know how to do that. And we wanted to quit our job. Well, the goal was for Michelle to quit before Reynolds started first grade or kindergarten, because she wanted to be able to pick him up at 2:00 from school. And so our timeline was short. And again, we're like, you know what? The way we see to shorten this timeline is to pay someone for their time, their service, their experience, and plug it into ours. I tell people all the time, you can do this business from start to finish with no one's help. You can do it all on your own, watch these videos, podcasts, whatever. The only difference in doing that, hiring a coach, is that the coach is going to give you their experience, expedite your learning because you don't have to learn it yourself. And then they're going to connect you with the people that will make it go faster and more efficient for you.
Sweet.
Absolutely.
Just to keep going. So we ended up hiring a coach to help to learn how to wholesale, right? Because I didn't know how to do that. At this point, not like I was sold on coaches, right? Because 1, 2, 3 is to help with wholesale, right?
You'll get a coach.
Everybody gets a coach. But it is literally the cheat code to going faster. And you don't have to do it, but if you do want to go faster and you want to, if you want to skip all the mistakes, just
bingo,
hire a coach. Yeah,
absolutely.
I would say the connection part of coaching is one that's not talked about a lot, just because your coach has connections and relationships, like you just said, that can expedite whatever you're going through.
Yeah.
And just a small example is, I was talking to one lady and she's trying to start a group home. It was just in conversation, like, hey, me and my daughter trying to start a group home and we've hit a roadblock. It's like, I know somebody that also did the same thing you did. Let me give you her number so she can tell you how she overcame that. And just like that, a problem that was this big became this big.
Yeah, we always maximize our problems when we think they're huge, but to the person who's already accomplished them, they're small.
Yeah. And they're easy and they're overcomable, right?
Yeah, overcomable, right? Absolutely. Andrew, I was just sitting over here thinking, like, Andrew's going to be teaching us at the conference how to find deals. And literally, that's the name on your shirt, Deal Finders.
That's it.
Deal Finders. Yes.
I'll probably wear the shirt too, so just so you know.
We are literally, I saw a post come out today. We are 10 days away from the conference. 10 days away.
Before you go.
Okay.
Give us a little snippet of what you're going to be teaching us when you get to the conference, Andrew.
Oh, man. Give away the fire here. So what I'm going to be teaching on, I think, is part of it is the mindset of what a deal finder is. But literally that's a big part of it, right? Is breaking down those mindset barriers. So we will do that. I'm going to help you all see that and see that this is possible in your own backyard today. And with that, I will give some actionable steps. 1, 2, 3, where to go from that conference. Was it end on a Saturday afternoon?
Yep. Yes.
So that Saturday afternoon, where could you go, leave that conference and find a deal? And so that is what we're going to end with is here are the spots. And I'm going to give at least 10. I've got a slideshow right now that's got like 15. Depends on how much time I have. But I'm going to give those spots, places, direct access to those so that you can go find a deal. The whole point is to go do it. And when you do the first, second, or third, it becomes real and it becomes second nature for you. And that's where I want your community to be.
Sweet.
Absolutely. I'm excited. I can't wait to see you. Is Michelle coming?
No, she'll be here. She'll stay back.
Somebody gotta watch the kids.
Somebody got to watch the kids.
You should have known about that.
Yeah, Antonio.
I'm on air. I can't say what I want to say. But forget them kids. Tell Michelle I need her to come on.
I know, right?
It's true.
Bring the kids. Come on. Oh my goodness. Absolutely. But for real, if Michelle wants to come and bring the kids, bring the kids, we'll have babysitters. Okay? Just let you know. And
Can I bring my kids too?
your kids better be coming.
You Ravensfields, girls. Shoot.
It's called, let us know. And because we got some family that's coming in town too. So let us know. I don't think they're all coming to the conference, but I think some of them will be back for the babysitting.
Well, look, I'll tag her in this and let her see.
Right.
I'm gonna tag them, man.
Right.
Say, hey, they want you.
That's right. Ashley wants you.
For the people who have been under a rock and don't know, Andrew Lucas is coming to Birmingham, Alabama to bless us with ways to find deals. The conference is July 26th and 27th. The 26th is going to be with Darlene Root. She's going to be working on our mindset, overcoming fears and challenges. Then we're going to have a networking party that evening. So come out, have fun, mingle, connect with other people. Then Saturday, it's going to be all day, y'all. All day. We got Cody going to walk a real live property with us. We got Andrew. He's going to be teaching us how to find deals in our backyard, not across the nation,
but
in Birmingham, Alabama.
Yeah, and then wherever you are, being able to use that same process in wherever you are. Because Andrew isn't in Alabama. Andrew is in South Carolina. So if he can use those deals he can find those deals in South Carolina and in Birmingham, so can you, wherever you are.
That's right.
Then we got the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Darius. He going to be talking about the money. So when you find a deal,
right,
he tell you how to go find them deals. We're going to use Darius to fund those deals.
That's right.
And then Brandon's going to tell us what not to do in our rehab on no deal. So, it's literally laid out for success. All you got to do is take action and get in the room.
Absolutely. I'm going to drop the link in the chat, you guys, so that you can literally get your tickets. We added a bus. What was that? Friday. We added a bus because we had overdid our expectations. And we had a team meeting on Friday with the team. Was like, okay, do we get an extra bus or we don't? Okay, we got an extra bus. But guess what? I can't get another one after this. It's not going to work.
Ain't no more bus.
We can't be riding through Birmingham with 10, 12 buses. It's just not going to work. Okay,
I'll have my truck. We'll pile in the back.
Right. So I need you to get in this room. I need you to go ahead and secure it. I don't want you saying, Ashley, I've always wanted to come, but I just didn't come because I was afraid. I was scared. No, get in the room, learn. If this is what you truly want to do, you want to start building generational wealth, you want freedom, you want to be able to leave that 9-to-5, what that comes with first, investing in yourself, investing in deals, building up that cash flow before you even let go. And that's what we're going to teach you exactly how to do that.
Two things. One thing is, if you're really serious about it, get your VIP ticket so you can talk to Andrew one-on-one and get those nuggets. He is a giver.
Absolutely.
So make sure that you are in the, I'm going to say this word wrong, vicinity of like-minded people who have done way more than you're thinking about doing.
Yeah.
The second thing is, I want to thank our sponsors for the event.
Absolutely.
We have Southeastern Savage,
X-Flipper Academy, Junk Fathers, Farmers Insurance, Timberline, the Denmarks, Jacob Title. They got to get added to the list. They're not on this one. But shout out to our sponsors because we can't do this without you guys. So if you are looking for anything or you're in the middle of a project, you're stuck somewhere, reach out to them. They can all help you. They will help you and they'll exceed your expectations, guaranteed.
Connections. These are the people you need. These are investor-friendly people that's look to work with people just like you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Without further ado, I want to tell you, thank you, Andrew.
Thank you for this time, man.
I can't wait to see you next week.
I'm ready.
Me too. I'm excited.
Yay! But you guys have an amazing day. I will see you guys at REI Live tonight. Yep, I'll see you guys at REI Live tonight. Andrew, you be safe and let us know if you need anything from now to next week.
You got it. See you then.
All right.
Coming in Friday or Saturday?
That Friday. I'll be there Friday for the thing. I'm going to come see Darlene.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
Great job.
All right, you guys. Love you.
Peace.
Bye, y'all.
Thanks for listening to the REI Deal Finders podcast. You can find out more and apply to be a part of the REI Deal Finder community at reidealfinders.club.